Greetings, I am Shadow Owl, and today we're going to start a new series of Factorio with the Space Exploration mod. I've played the vanilla game, albeit after watching other streamers such as Neelaus and Catherine of Sky, and using some of their designs, but I also felt I didn't have the same level of satisfaction by not figuring out those designs on my own. So for this series, I'm intentionally not looking at others, so you'll get to see me learn the specifics of space exploration as I play. My designs are pretty much guaranteed not to be optimal, but they'll be my designs, and the learning and the journey is what makes it fun. So, as I said, I'm using the Space Exploration mod. There are a couple of other mods that I use. Vehicle Snap, because I can't drive straight otherwise. Resource map markers to automatically mark resources on the map, hence the name Resource Map Markers. And Disco Science, just because I like the colors in the labs when we're doing science. So with that, I hope you'll join me as we kind of start this journey into space exploration, and we'll go ahead and get started. So single player, new game, free play. As always with space exploration, you want to change to the space exploration default. That changes the evolution speed, makes Novice more Earth-like, and a couple other things. I also like to drop the cliff frequency down a little bit, just because I want to have a chance of some areas to build belts later on. And with that, we will go ahead and jump into it and see what the world has in store for us. All right. And with that, looks like an interesting start here. Let me run out of the flaming wreckage so we don't get burnt to a crisp. And also avoid the coronal mass ejections so we don't get burnt to a crisp. And while that's going on, we'll go ahead and get some quick resources here. Stone and coal, both. Just because I know we're going to need it. And some wood, because we're going to want some boxes later on. And again, for those of you, this is not going to be an intro to Factorio. I'm not going to go into all the controls and everything else that make it work. Just going to be kind of a playthrough of space exploration. All right, coronal mass ejections passed, so I can take some time to look around. Press the Alt key to show me resources here, and hit the map and see what do we have to work with. Iron, coal, stone, and copper, close together there. Nice source of iron ore, nice source of copper, nice source of stone. Some coal further away down there, looks good. Looking ahead, if I wanted to do a belt, we could maybe do one running horizontally here, or better yet, here. And that's probably the one that jumps out right now as a good opportunity. So let me go ahead and tag that so I don't forget. Do a belt there. If I do a belt there, maybe we do smelters. Somewhere down here, if we can fit them in between the lake and the bay. If not, we'll do them up here. All right, and then of course power, we can have our choice of doing power wherever, but most likely it'll be somewhere along this side of the lake. Okay, with that, we will jump back into it here. Set up the quick bar. Obviously, you can set it up however you want to do it. I just have my particular favorites. And we'll do some boxes. I like to do just resources across the top here, just so I know what I'm working with. And then my automation tools in the second row. And actually, I can't do power pulls yet because I haven't discovered it. All right. So first thing I like to do is start salvaging some of the wreckage here. And go ahead and quickly do that. Both for the resources inside, and also clean up the space a little bit, so I've got some room to work with. Now, I do take the time to clean up all this wreckage too. You can get a fair amount of iron plate. I think when all's said and done, you get somewhere around 44 iron plate if you salvage everything other than the main wreckage. That said, I do like to keep the main wreckage around. It's an aesthetic choice for me. It's kind of a memorial to the shipwreck. So go ahead and get everything salvaged out here. Feel free to skip ahead, because it is kind of boring. Let's see. I am missing one piece. Always works out this way. There it is. All right, and grab the ammunition out of the wreckage. And we should be done. All right, so first thing we're going to do is drop down some science here, just quickly. And a little bit of coal. And we'll go ahead and get that going for fuel processing. That said, I'm going to need to get some more coal here pretty quickly. So let's see if we can find some of those nice big rocks that have both coal and stone. Not seen here. There's one. And there's some more down here, looks like. It's just enough to get us started. And we'll end up with both a nice collection of stone as well as a good starting point for coal. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at the map now, just to see what we got here. You already did that. Okay. Losing track. So we've got science going. We need to start with our initial resource collection. First thing off here is a bit of a pain in the ass. We've got to clean off the stone out of our iron patch here. So all right, the same thing down here in the coal patch. Alright, and then, God, they really hosed me here. It's stone and stuff all over all my initial resource patches. Okay, that's all cleared out. So, first things first. We only have one mining drill, so we're going to want some more. So let's take a look and see what that looks like for us. We need a single-cylinder engine, and we need stone brick. Now the single-cylinder engine is just gears and iron plate, so that's just iron that we need for that. So first thing I'm going to need to do is get some stone brick, and that's created just by burning stone in a furnace. So let's go ahead and get some furnaces going, because we know we're going to need them later on, and luckily they build pretty fast. And we'll drop one in, and for now we'll just manually get some stone bricks going. Now let's see here, we're going to want, as I said, some iron. So we'll drop 6 of those across, and we'll start feeding these in with coal. Alright, get a couple more now. And the first thing we want to do is just, again, don't have a lot of coal yet, so we need to start the perpetual coal generation. So again, not going into all the details like we do from the core Factorio game, but if you put burners basically feeding each other for coal, they will magically create more than they consume, much in violation of the laws of thermodynamics, and then we'll kind of see where we go from there. And yes, I know it doesn't violate the rules of thermodynamics, but it was kind of fun. So now we've got coal coming in. Grab a couple more stone bricks. Probably drop some more stone in there. I can then do a couple more drills. And then start feeding them with fuel. And then grab a couple more stone bricks. 2 more drills. And we're going to pop in one of them, actually 2 of them, to start feeding stone into the furnace here. And then let's see. And then we're going to create a couple more down here to start getting some copper. All right, so we've got coal, we've got iron, we've got stone brick, and we've got some copper. So first thing I want to do is maybe start finding a way to either get more science or take advantage of getting more fuel. And I think for right now, we'll take a look at the fuel, since we just did fuel processing, and we'll see what that looks like. So fuel processing, basically takes any chemical fuels, so coal or other things, and makes them to process fuel, and that gets us basically a 10% gain in energy values. So might not seem like a lot at the beginning, but again, as I'm sure as we get more powerful fuels in there and start processing them, the gain in energy will become substantial. So we're going to go ahead and create one of those. And drop it in. And then start feeding fuel into it. Let's see, I want to create some boxes here so the output's got somewhere to go. So get those going. And we're going to want to create some burner inserters. While those are building, we'll go out and do some resource collection. Alright, so I'll start feeding that in there. Let's go ahead and create a couple more burner grills. Alright, so they're going to feed coal in, and then what we can do is then, again, because we don't want to have to be burning around feeding this all the time, is have them become, again, kind of self-feeding. And get a so now they will take in fuel, and then at the end we will actually, let me just drop that down a little bit. Cool. So basically, it'll produce the processed fuel, feed the burner grills, which will then feed the fuel processor, and then whatever's left over will end up in the box, which I can then use to help fuel the rest. So how are we doing here? We're producing, it's a little shaky, but maybe it'll speed up as the rest of these guys get more fuel. In the meantime, I can dump my remaining coal in there, and we'll go ahead and change that out for that. Alright, starting to see stuff come around, so we should soon be getting all of them online. Yep, looks like, actually, go ahead and move that up one so it's not competing for the same square there. There we go. Now everything's producing, and we are pretty much running smoothly. Fantastic. Okay, I think I'm going to do here is change change my character color because I can't really see him all that well. Something like that. Cool. Okay, now I've got some fuel. Everything I'm sure here is in desperate need of being refueled since I've been messing around with the fuel processing. So let's go ahead and just get all that jump started again. All right. Now that I've got a good source of fuel going, we can go ahead and build out some more miners and then start building some automation because it's time to do more science. So I've got some inserters, got some assemblers being built. I'm going to want to get some labs. So do I need stone brick? All right. Need to build another couple of labs. Find that first lab, wherever I put it. There it is. Go retrieve it. And we'll go ahead and just do some labs down here, I guess. All right, so what do we want? We want red science. Red science is just gears and copper plates. So we'll start with a source box. And we will create 2 red science assemblers, and we'll feed them gears, and we'll feed them create red science. Shift right click, shift left click to copy paste. And then we can, from there, feed the labs. All right, that looks like everything we would need. So let's go ahead and get some more iron plates and refuel everything while we're here. Grab some more fuel because we're going to need it for the science factory here. And first thing we'll do is start fueling all the bits and pieces, including the burner inserters. All right, and we'll drop some copper in. We'll drop some iron plates in. And we will go ahead and do some military, just because it's always good to have machine guns. Yep, apparently I missed fueling that assembler. Okay, so we've got red science being built, and now we've got science happening. Cool. So I'm a firm believer always in more science. So we're going to actually duplicate this. So we've got can get some of the longer duration science packs happening in a reasonable amount of time. So I'm going to want another lab. So I'm desperately short on materials. So we'll keep gathering stuff and refueling. Okay, and go back here, grab some more fuel. Okay, so now I can build another lab. I've got 3 assemblers. I need 3 boxes. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 9 inserters, so I need more inserters. And military's done. We'll do logistics next. Refuel as things are getting built. I've got a couple more burner drills to put in. All right. So I've got iron, we've got that. Everything looks to be built, so let's go ahead and just replicate this. All right, and we can grab some more fuel. And drop in some copper, drop in some iron, and go ahead and paste those in, and off we go. All right. And I should probably do something like this just to keep them from not overproducing. All right, we've done logistics to electricity. All right, time to restock on resources. Okay, so now that we've got that going on, it's time to do some basic automation around, belts and inserters and stuff, because we're going to need a lot of those as we keep going. So, first thing we can do there, let's maybe clear out some space. All right, we're going to run a belt. And going to want a bunch of assemblers and a bunch of inserters. So, well, first of all, I'm going to want a splitter also, and maybe an underground maybe another splitter. Maybe 8 or so assemblers, and however many inserters I can build. Gonna need more than this 5 though, so. Alright, so we've got a bunch of inserters being built. Let's go ahead and so they're going to go ahead and get that going, and go ahead and add my undergrounds and inserters to the toolbar. We are going to want some fuel, so we're going to go ahead and just one shy. Okay, so now we've got some fuel going in there. Let's take a look at what we need to do to build out our first automation. Clear out some space first. There we go. So, what do we need? Belts are plates and single cylinder engines. Single cylinder engines are plates and gears. So, and gears of course are just iron. So we need gears, engines, belts. So, gears, engines, belts, and then someplace to put them. So, gears, engines, and belts. Alright, so they will feed themselves the fuel, which they should. There we go. And they will start creating what they need, and voila, we've got belts. Okay, should be picking up more fuel here. Just to make sure of that. Huh, that usually works. I don't know. I'll just drop some more in there just to be safe. Alright, so we've got that going on. Meanwhile, electricity's finished. We will do electric miners next. Let's go check and see how we're doing down there. We've already run out of resources. Well, we've been messing about with making belts. So alright. We will drop some iron in there. And let's see, definitely going to want some more iron here, so let's see if we can do something similar. Get about 6 more drills. I need iron plate. So we're just going to go ahead and grab a bunch here. Get some more belts. Oh, I don't have quite enough room. That's annoying. So we'll just have to... All right. Okay, so... okay, get out of the way. All right, and then... let's just go ahead and get all this stuff going. And we should have plenty of iron when all is said and done. In fact, what we're going to do here is extend this out just a little bit. And then drop a filter at the end here, and have that be what? Iron plate. All right, and that'll be good for now. Okay, so we've got iron coming up there just fine. We'll need to keep that going. And get some science going again. Let's make sure here. Okay. So I've got okay, so I need to do inserters now. So let's take a look at what inserters look like. They need engines and iron sticks. So it'll look the same as this. Engines. have the difference of iron sticks. So, and that'll be inserters, and that'll be iron sticks. Speaking of inserters, need a bunch more here. So they should start fueling themselves. And there we go. Inserters. The final thing I want to have here is ammo. Just again, because it's always good to have ammo. All right. All right, so we've got iron cranking away, we've got stone, we've got copper. Need to do all right, so we did electric miners. Let's do automation. All right, so we're at a good spot here. We are pretty much at the limits of what I'm going to do with burner tech. We've got full thing of iron. We've got fuel processing happening. We've got some copper and some stone brick. The next remaining thing here would then become electrification, so I don't have to run around refueling things anymore. And then the creation of a jumpstart base. So that's what we'll work on the next session, I think. So thank you all for watching, and if you like it, let me know, and we'll see you in the next one.